Hello everyone, I am Amit Guptani, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Junagadh. I welcome you all on today's presentation related with the subject Industrial Engineering. In our today's presentation, we will study about the topic that is Quality Improvement Tools. So before we begin our today's presentation, let us have an overview of today's presentation. The first topic that we will study, that is quality circles, objectives of quality circle, benefits of quality circle, functionings of QC, problem solving techniques used by QC, total quality management, that is TQM, and quality assurance. So let us begin with our first point of discussion, quality circle. So what is quality circle? So it's an quality improvement tool which is used to improve the quality within the organization, within the industry, which is used to improve the quality. So what is quality circle? That may be a question. Or what is definition of quality circle? So it is nothing but a group of employees who are working in an industry or working in an organization. It's a group of employees, 8 to 10, who are working at one place, who voluntarily comes forward and discusses the problems related to their work once in a week for an hour. So quality circle is nothing but it's a quality improvement tool, and it comprises of 8 to 10 employees who are working at one place. They come forward voluntarily to discuss their problems, whatever the problems that they are facing during their work or at their workplace. They voluntarily come forward and discuss their problems with each other once in a week. So it's a team effort, group of employees. They are usually under the leadership of supervisors. They analyzes the problems and give their solutions to the management. How to improve the quality of the product within the organization? They give their solutions, they give some techniques, they give some suggestions to the organization in order to improve their performance and motivate and enrich the work of employees as well as organization. So they try to give the suggestions, they try to help the management by giving some solutions to the management related to the work, and always tries to improve the quality of the product. It also tries to motivate and enrich the work of employees as well as organizations. So this is all about introduction to quality circle. Objectives of quality circle. The first objective, that is change in attitude. Change in attitude is a big thing. If attitude changes, then everything you will get in a positive way. Your attitude towards the work should be good. It has been said, na? So from I don't care to I do care. Continuous improvement in quality of work life through humanization of work means setting up such an environment or creating an environment such that employees are feeling that it's my responsibility to do this work, so I don't care to I do care. Creating such an environment, satisfactory environment, enthusiastic environment, such that quality can be continuously improved, and employees feel free to give their suggestions, give their solutions, and everyone feel that I am involved in this particular product manufacturing, taking suggestions from all. So that is change in attitude, self-development, bringing out the hidden talents or hidden potentials of the people. People get to learn additional skills. So for the self-development, the objective of quality circle is to bring out the hidden potentials that is present in the people working over there. Then development of team spirit. Yes, again, as we had discussed in the introduction of quality circle, it's a team effort. So eliminating interdepartmental conflicts. So there is a good environment, there is a good relationship amongst the employees working over there, removing the conflicts such that work can be done in a smooth way. So eliminating interdepartmental conflicts. There is always conflicts remains within the industries, because there are few people within every department who tries to create conflicts, but by applying quality control technique or implementing quality circle, it tries to eliminate those conflicts among the interdepartmentals. Then improved organizational culture. Positive working environment, yes. Total involvement of people at all the levels, yes. Improved organizational culture. This is very important part of any organization. If the environment is positive, the management is always supportive, then the work that will be done by the employees, that will be always satisfactory work they will always give their 100% efforts, and the quality as well as all the things that is essential, that will be 100% done by the employees. So positive working environment, total involvement of people at all the levels. It takes into considerations everyone's suggestions, views, so everyone feels that I am a part of this project or product. So this is all about the objectives of quality circle. Next, benefits of quality circle. Yes, as we had discussed, it's a quality improvement tool. So improvement in quality, increase in productivity, yes, because the environment that is within the organization or the culture that is there, that is positive environment, and each and every employees or every peoples are made to involve in that thing. Next, cost reduction. Better communication, yes, there is better communication among each departments, so that will give a better results ultimately. Effective teamwork, yes, it's a teamwork who voluntarily gathers for discussing their problems at the workplace. Voluntarily they discuss what are the problems that facing and try to give the solution and suggestions how we can improve the quality. Then better human relationship, yes, greater sense of belongingness, yes. Every employees think that it is their own work or it is their own responsibility, so there is greater sense of belongingness, so it will ultimately help the organization. Better mutual trust, yes, there is good trust, there is trust that is required in any organization, so that is better mutual trust among the employees and organization peoples. Development of participative culture, yes, as we had discussed, each and every people are made to involved or made to be a part of the project or the items that they are manufacturing. So development of participative culture, so that will ultimately motivate the workers or the employees. So this is all about the benefits. Then functioning of quality circle. So the first function is identification of problem for quality improvement. So what is the problem that is responsible for bad quality, or quality is not as per the requirement or it is as per the standards that they have set. So identification of problem, where is the problem, where does that problem exist? So you need to identify that problem for betterment or for improving the quality. So identify that problem, where this problem exists, and then work on that. Second, analysis of problem using basic problem solving techniques. So analyzing of the problem, once the problem has been identified, then analyzing it with the help of some solving techniques. Third, generation of alternative solutions, yes, by after analyzing the problem using basic methods or techniques, finding out the alternative solutions, which are the better solutions for the existing method or existing problem. So generation of alternative solutions. Then selecting the most appropriate solution in terms of every economic considerations, in terms of cost considerations. So selecting the appropriate solution, most appropriate solution, which is economical also and which is better for the customer as well as for the organization also, which consumes less time. So that all considerations should be taken and selecting then the most appropriate solutions. If we are having 3 alternative solutions, then from that which is the best solution that is available for the organization, that must be selected. Next, development of action plan and its approval from management. So what are the actions? Once you have selected the solution or for the problem that you have identified, then what are the action you will take? What are the plans, action plans? So developing the action plans and getting it approved from the management. So suggesting the management that this is the problem that we had identified, then this is the solution, and now for this we need to take this actions, kindly approve it. Next, implementation of proposed action plan. So once you had got the approval from the management that the plan, once you had got the approval from the management for the plan that you have insisted them, action plan that you had suggested them, then it is now turn to implement that action plan. As you had got the approval from the management, this is the action plan that we need to take for the improvement of quality, then next step is for the implementation of that action plan. And monitoring and controlling of action plan. So continuously when you are implementing this control plan for quality improvement, there should be monitoring of that and controlling of that plan. Whether you had proposed the action that is going as per that or not, whether the plans, action plans that you had proposed or whether you have implemented, whether that is going as per that or not. So that is monitoring and controlling. If it is not, then you have to take some suitable actions. So this is all about functionings of quality circle. Next, problem solving techniques used by quality circle. So what are the techniques that the quality circle has been using or adopted for solving the problems to improve the quality? First one is brainstorming. So in brainstorming, here the group of individuals, so individuals find the solution over here. Suppose 5 individuals from different groups have find out the solutions related to the problems, have gathered the ideas, and then ultimately all those gathered ideas are evaluated and best idea is selected as the final solution and it is implemented for the problem. So in brainstorming technique that they are using, in that individuals suggest their solution to the problems and gather their list of ideas. Those ideas are gathered together from individuals and then identifying the best idea and then implementing it for the solving the problem. So this is all about brainstorming technique. Second one is Pareto analysis. So the changes that you are doing for the quality improvement, the change which you are doing, suppose there are 3 changes that you have made, and the change which is most effective of all the available changes, that can be made in the present system for improvement. So whatever the changes that you are making it, and whichever the change is most effective, that is implemented, and that can be made in the present system for improvement. So that changes can be implemented in the present system for quality improvement. So this is all about Pareto analysis. It is useful when many possible courses of action are possible for implementation. Next is cause and effect diagram Pareto analysis. It was developed by Japanese researcher Ishikawa. In this technique, the whole problems are listed and cause of each problem is branched accordingly. Here the whole problem is divided or it is listed and whole problem is branched accordingly. So based on the analysis, all the changes are made in the system in order to improve the present condition. So this is all about the techniques that quality circle utilizes for quality improvement. That's all about this. Next topic of discussion, TQM, total quality management. So it has been defined as an integrated organizational effort designed to improve the quality at every level. Again, this total quality management is a tool, quality improvement tool, which takes care that the quality is improved at every stages, at every level. So it's defined as an integral organizational efforts designed to improve quality at every level. So the process to produce a perfect product by series of measures require an organizational effort by the entire company to prevent or eliminate error at every stages in production is called total quality management. So to get the perfect product, what are the series of steps? What are the measures they need to take? What are the steps that organization need to take to prevent or eliminate the errors at every stage? That is called quality management. What are the measures the organization, what are the efforts that organization should take to eliminate the errors or to prevent the errors at every stage of the production? That is quality management. So it takes care of the quality. According to the international standards of organization, it has defined TQM as a management approach for an organization whose main focus or it is centered on the quality based on participations of all the participants, all its members, and aiming at long-term success through customer satisfaction and benefits to all the members of organization and the society. So according to the international ISO, International Standard Organization, it is defined as a management approach who is centered on quality, whose main focus is on quality, and for that there is a complete participation of all the members of the organization to improve the quality, and its main aim is for long-term success in terms of customer satisfactions. It tries to produce the quality product. It tries to take care of the quality at each and every stage of production of the items, such that customer satisfaction is their prime importance, and ultimately that will be beneficial for the members of the organization and the organization itself and to the society. So better quality, that will help the society, that will help the organization to develop its reputation. So this is all about TQM. Aims of TQM: preventing development of defective products. Yes, it will take care that defective products is prevented. Second, develop zero defect concepts in the organization. It tries to build, or it tries to take care that there is no defect products that are produced in the organization, that is zero defect. Increase customer satisfaction level. So by producing quality product, customer satisfaction level will increase. To capture high market share, if you are producing quality products, if you are not compromising with the quality, then it will help you to, it will help your organization to get higher market. So let us see a figure in which we are doing the comparison between traditional and TQM approach. TQM approach and traditional approach. So there are three columns. In first we will represent the quality elements, previous state, and when after implementing TQM. So quality element, in that first is definition. So previous traditional approach, what was they doing? They was only focusing on product. Their focus was product oriented. A product should be produced. But after the implementation of TQM, which is the quality improvement tool, it focuses or it gives importance to customer oriented. it tries to take care that customers needs are satisfied, the quality is better as compared to product oriented. In product oriented, they are only related for the production. They are not related with that quality that much. But when you are implementing TQM, it is more customer oriented, where customers requirement is given importance, quality is given importance. Then second, priorities. Second to service and cost, and TQM first among equals of service and cost. Third, decision, short term. In case of TQM, it is long term success. They are thinking of long term. They want to sustain in the market, so they are not compromising with the quality. Emphasizes this traditional approach was emphasizing more on detection. Where the defects, they are just detecting it, but after the implementation of TQM, they are trying to prevent. Zero defect, they are trying to prevent, not only detect. So it is beneficial that it is trying to prevent the defective parts, defective products. Then quality element errors. So in the previous state or in the traditional approach, they only tries to identify the errors in the operations, but TQM, it implements to the whole system, the system which is responsible for doing the production. Total system, whichever are the machines or whatever the parts that they are using, it tries to stop from the whole system. It tries to find out the errors that is there in the whole system. So quality is maintained over here also by the implementation of TQM, but in case of traditional approach, it only tries to find the errors in the operations which are doing, but here it tries to find out in the system. Means suppose there is a machine, so it tries to find out the errors in the whole machine, not in that only particular operation that they are doing. So errors will be nullified by implementing TQM. Responsibility, that is quality control. Quality control is nothing but it just focuses on the quality standards which is acceptable. Then here, in case of implementing TQM, each and every employee is responsible. They are made to be part of that product or the project. So everyone is involved. Problem solving. Only managers are responsible in traditional approach, whereas in TQM, teams. So it's a teamwork. So it is but obvious if you work in team, then you are in a better position to find out the errors, to find out the solutions, to give the suggestions. So it's a team effort, TQM. Then managers role, plan, assign, control and enforce. Plan, assign, so they had planned, then assign it. Controlling is also done by manager and enforce them to do it. But in case of TQM, delegates are there, coaches are there, facilitators are there and mentors are there. So all are there to give the suggestions, try to improve the quality. So it's more beneficial for the organization if they are implementing TQM as compared to traditional approach. So this is all about the comparison. Next topic of discussion, advantages of TQM. So it improves the reputation, faults and problems are spotted and sorted quicker, as it is a team effort. So you can identify the faults and problems and sort out very quickly as compared to traditional approach. So it improves the reputation because the quality is the prime importance. Next, higher employee morale. Workers are motivated by extra responsibilities, teamwork and involvement in decisions of TQM. Here everyone is made to be part of the product. Everyone's are motivated to take extra responsibility. The positive environment is be created. So it's a teamwork and everyone is involved in decision making. So this is again an advantage. Decrease waste, as fewer defective parts. By implementing TQM, defective parts or the products are very less or are decreased, and there is no need for the separation. There is zero defect almost zero defect. So defective parts are very less by implementing TQM. This is all about advantages of TQM than disadvantages. Initial introduction cost, yes, initial cost is higher. Benefits may not be seen for several years. Yes, by implementing it is not necessary that within 3 months, 6 months or a year you will see the benefits of the TQM that has been implemented. So it will take several years, or benefits may not be seen for several years. Workers may resistant to change. Yes, there are chances that people are working over there, or employees that are working over there, they are reserved by nature, so they don't accept the changes that they are being given. So that can be an hindrance over there. So workers may be resistant to change. Next, definition of quality assurance. So what is quality assurance? So it's in planned and systematic activities implemented within the quality system that can be demonstrated to provide confidence that a product or service will fulfill requirements of quality. So quality assurance, what is quality assurance? So whatever are the quality system that has been adopted, it's an assurance, providing an assurance that the quality of the product will be fulfilled by that system, giving the confidence that quality system will produce the requirement, will produce the quality that has been decided or that has been implemented. So it's a planned and systematic implementation within the quality system that can be demonstrated to give the confidence that the product or service will fulfill the requirements for quality. So the quality system which you have adopted for producing the product, so it will give you the confidence by planning and giving some activities, systematic activities, which will be giving you an assurity that the product that will be produced, that will be as per the requirements and that quality standards will be maintained. Or it can be defined as a system for evaluating performance. It can be defined as a system for evaluating performance, service of the quality of the product against the system standard or the requirement for the customers. So quality assurance gives you the assurance that it is the system that will produce the customers' need, customers' specified requirement, quality standards that they require, that will be in a position to give that standards, or that performance will be given by that quality system. Okay, whether that system that has been adopted, that is giving the quality as per the specification or not, as per the requirement or not. So it's an assurance. Functions of quality assurance: to maintain standards and specifications for all raw materials and finished products, to give service to the company in all the areas related to product quality, includes troubleshooting, visiting production facilities, designing and training quality control panel. So it gives you an assurance, okay, what are the suggestions, what are the areas they require, whether troubleshooting, so it gives an assurance in that, production facilities, designing, training, quality control panel, each and everything it assures, it gives confidence that this system will produce this quality product. To produce information that is accurate, reliable and adequate for the intended purpose. Gives the information which is reliable and adequate for the purpose which they are supposed to have. Evaluating performance services of the quality of a product against a system standard or specified requirement for customers. So it is used to evaluate the performance or the service of the product against a system, okay, whether this product that is produced that by the system, whether it is as per the standard, as per the specified requirement of the customers or not. So it does the evaluation of the system which is producing the product, okay, whether it is as per the specification or whether it is as per the requirement of customers or not. I hope this is all about the presentation. I hope this presentation would have helped you to understand about various quality improvement tools. Thank you.